another episode of World of Tanks. This is Tanks for the Mammeries, and today we've got a couple of replays for you in artillery. And I realize this is probably going to cause quite a bit of consternation. People either love artillery or they hate it in this game. And these are going to be some pretty amazing replays here from one of my platoon or one of my clan mates. And I thought I'd go ahead and put up the good, bad, and the ugly, but these are pretty amazing replays. So here we are in a Tier 8 match on Malinovka, or whatever this is called. And we're going to watch, a fairly typical fight. It's a standard battle. And being Tier 8, I feel bad for the Tier 6 tanks in here, but the teams are fairly evenly matched. There's Anvil on the other side in a Tier 6 light tank, and so, that's a guy who's a pretty good player. And on this side, there are some decent players as well. So let's go ahead and get into... we're going to get into the match here and just try and follow. My apologies if I'm not as quick on this as... So obviously you got some heavy tanks coming around the side of the hill there, and some real good artillery strikes there, both by I guess it was the GW and our Panther. And some of their other, the TDs are back there on the ridge, and you've got the Mutts up there as well, and then you've got this little Cromwell down front who's trying to, do what he can, but he's kind of got himself stuck. So, gonna take a shot. Get a shot in on the Mutts there. He's not really sure what he's doing either. Disappears and reappears. So. That's going to be a bad shot. Damaged the tracks, but he was just a little far outside of range there for any more splash damage. Trying to keep an eye on this side of the field, because that seems to be where a big part of this push is. And get a shot in here on this guy. There's no way he's moved from there, and boom. Blind shot kill. And the GW obviously is doing a pretty good job on trying to keep that side squared away. So let's see how far out we can get on this. Here comes that Cromwell that decided he was just couldn't didn't have to fire at him. It's good. I think he just got tired of being in that spot. Now, if you notice in the upper right-hand corner of the map, there's a lot of medium and light tanks kind of coming around on that side over there, and we're going to try and keep an eye on those guys, but this is too good a shot to pass up. And there, look at that GW taking a good shot at that fucking guy too. 31 hit points left. Now, the other T-32 is still there. So as soon as we're reloaded, the hope is that this shot will take out or hurt this guy who's still full health, as well as hit the other one. Now, obviously, blind shot there. Probably should not have taken that shot. I think our GW should not have taken that shot. But with the bad guys coming around this way now, it's time to focus the attention back and forth, trying to figure out where to shoot. See, that other guy's still alive, that other T-32. He's dead now. Artillery got him. Time to take a shot on this guy. Boom. Out it goes. Nice hit. Very good hit. But, again, there's only a T-25 over there watching this stuff up on the 9-0 line, so kind of getting a little nervous here, it seems like. Kind of getting a little nervous. Of course, there goes the T-25. Now all the artillery back here in this corner are starting to get a little nervous about what's going on. And since there's nobody spotting over there anymore, it's trying to hard to figure out where to look. The good news is the first person to get spotted is this gigantic GW Tiger, who is still doing his business. But you got a Crusader back here. You've got the GW Panther, and here come the bad guys. And that did not work. And nothing more lonely than being a artillery piece trying to reload when you've got a whole bunch of bad guys coming around the corner. And the T-21 is, you know, trying to do a little drive-by there, but the problem with that is almost reloaded. 6 seconds left. Good hit by the Crusader. And fire. Tracked him. There we go. Good job on that tracking. I guess that was by the T-21. Well, there's still a few guys left. And they didn't push it. If they had decided to come down the line instead of getting stuck behind that hill, this game would have been over. Score's tied 8-8. So far, Kasky's done 1582 in damage. There's a Scorpion, almost reloaded. Boom, fire. There goes the Scorpion. And now here comes the Mutts. So 2 of these tanks have already fired. Everybody sees the GW. He's not paying attention. Too late for him now. Can these guys, can this Crusader and the Panther reload in time? Doesn't look like it. 8 seconds left. 7. Still not spotted back here. Crusader's been spotted. Crusader manages to kill the Cromwell. The GW manages to kill the Mutts, and it is now all over but the Cryan. So decided had to move, and because otherwise all that's left is artillery. Now that everybody's been spotted, they're spotted. Let's see what we can do about that. Is there anybody can take any shots on these guys? Shot ready, shot out. Looks like good aim. Look at that. On the move. Excellent. Well done. So we'll put up, this is pretty much the end of it. We'll put up the post-game stats next for this and then get into another fight. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will, that's where the team actually was pleased to have artillery on their side. So let's put up the post-game stats next. All right, so here we are in the next fight in the GWE 100. Big old huge artillery piece on Malinovka, tier 10 match. They have what appears to be a better team. They've got some very good medium tanks, and it is capture the flag in the middle there. This is a good map for artillery, and one thing I think personally is that when you have tier 10 matches, the artillery has the opportunity to have an impact on the game, because the games are not as fast moving on bigger maps like this than they are on when you have lower tier tanks. Part of that is because everything's so plodding and slow and potentially dangerous to take a hit. You know, people play, I think, more cautiously on tier 10 matches than they do when they're let's go ahead and get this up there and see what we can see. Trying to track, obviously trying to track these tanks as they come up the top of the hill here that have been spotted, and hopefully see something that's worth hitting. Gotta let that thing aim. But there's a lot of enemy tanks on the top of the hill here. Let's move into this view. See what we can see. So, good spotting going on. Taking a shot now. Little hesitant. Should have probably shot a little sooner on that one there. But he's reloading now. He's got a 35-second reload. The reload on this artillery piece is actually faster than on the Tier 9 by about 10 seconds. So got a 10-second wait here, and then we'll fire again. Plenty of enemy tanks to shoot at. Got the opportunity to hit these guys up there if they stick around. Let's see. That guy's the biggest threat. Gonna fire. Yep. Boom. There you go. Alright, so that's one tank off the battlefield, and that E50M is a dangerous, dangerous tank. Now, there's so many guys up behind the windmill. If we can get a good shot in up there, it's going to damage more than one tank at a time, and that'd be a lot of fun. So, hopefully, get reloaded here in just a second. They'll all back up where they can get shot at. 5 seconds left on the reload. A lot of enemy tanks, though. There we go. All right. Can we hit these two guys? Fire. Oh, let's see. They're going to come back together again. Oh, there's a shot out. Aiming for the T110E5 hits the 140 instead, but does a lot of damage to the 140. That was 1,000 damage to one tank. But the team is really running out of folks to contest the hill here, so you know, even though the reload's pretty slow, we've got to do damage to these guys, or they're going to start coming down the hill. If they come down the hill, it's going to be all over. Now we've got two mediums. If you look at the map, two mediums down there in G and E 1 and 2. But there's an enemy Jaegeru down there. Let's see what we can do here. A couple of tanks with low health. Shot out. Okay, that guy's dead. And the other guy was hit a little bit, but not much. But now the building's gone. So if we can get reloaded and these guys can stay alive. Now the E50 is doing the right thing by pushing that heavy to keep giving him some protection there, and it's just enough angle behind that windmill that if you're going to take this shot, you've got to wait for the windmill vane to get out of the way so you can take the shot. And he's ready. Can he take it? Firing. Does he get him? Yep. There he goes. But the problem is, in the time it took him to do that, there's one IS-4 left with a sliver of health, and that's it. And there's a lot of enemy tanks full health. So, all of a sudden, there's a gorilla, and that's it. The team is losing pretty bad. And this IS-4's, that's it. He's dead. Drive-by shooting. It's all over for him. Now, the gorilla is putting some fire into that guy. Got 6 seconds on the reload. Oh, can he hit him? Better to hit somebody standing still than somebody who's not. Firing. Let's see. Get him. Shot out. Okay, got him. Now up to 4 kills, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Do you? The Jaegeru's been spotted going against the other Jaegeru on the far side of the map, but there are still a whole bunch of enemy tanks left alive. And because of that, these two artillery pieces in the gorilla here are going to be dead pretty quick. If the gorilla does not survive this and spot the guys coming down that guy coming down the hill, and the gorilla's dead. So it's the Jaegeru, a whole bunch of enemy tanks in the middle of the fight, and that's pretty much it. So at this point, time to just start backing up to see if they could get that. There he goes. He's dead, but it's pretty much going to be all over now. There's too many enemy tanks. Both these artillery pieces have been spotted. There goes the 92. And it's just a question, can you get out of dodge in time? And the answer is going to be no. So we'll put up the post-game stats after this. Obviously, enemy artillery took a shot there. Not a whole lot that can be done. Just trying to get out of view range. Got a total of 5 kills. Last player alive on the team. And there's just nothing can be done except to hope to take out one more guy. Been spotted, and that's all she wrote. So post-game stats coming next, and then we have one more fight for you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sad to lose a battle like that with 3,000 damage done, 5 kills, and to take a loss on it. So let's check out the post-game stats, and we'll be right back. Okay, so here we are on Redshire again in the GW 100. Obviously, a tier 10 fight. There's a bunch of good players on both teams, as you can see. You got some blue and some purple guys there. A couple of platoons. Pretty much the enemy tier 9 platoon down there at the bottom is the worst guys on their team. On the other side, it's pretty evenly spread out. There's some bad guys at light. There's bad guys in artillery. But there's some pretty good guys on both sides on the top tier tanks there. So again, one of these fights where if the battle pace is relatively slow and the combat space is relatively open, an artillery piece like this can do a tremendous amount of damage. So obviously Cassidy's in a position here where he can take out a far corner, stake out the position, get himself as much view of the battle space as possible, especially down along the one line where that castle's going to be, because there's going to be plenty of people coming to contest that castle. So you've got the Action X and the Leopard heading there now. You got the Death Star trying to get into a position where he can support that. Bunch of fast tanks in the middle there, and the heavies moving around to Heavy Tank Alley. So let's go ahead and get into the fight, see what we can see. And we will is the battle moving here? All right. All right. So going to try and support the mid-ridge because fast medium tanks like this fucking guy are, you know, the bane of our existence. Oh, there's a tree falling. Saw that. Got a VAT chat in there with the 140. If he will just sit still for less than a second, we can put a round down range on him. And let's see what happens here. Oh, he's driving away. All right. Lefford, pretty thin skin. You sit still behind that rock, Lefford. Sit there behind that rock and let us get a little aim time in on you. Here we go. Firing. Going to try and put some support up here to these guys because it's pretty much all over but the shouting on this side. Both those guys are dead. And let's see what can be done here. Trying to give this guy a little lead and missed. Well, might have done some splash damage, but not much more than that. So it appears at this point the entire fight is over either on this hill or over by the castle. And for some reason, this guy just sitting out here by himself. No idea why. 10 seconds on the reload. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot can be done. Gonna take the shot anyway. And there you go. Kill number 1. Let's see what else we got. Alright, there's all those heavy tanks still over here making their way this way, I'm sure. Oh, and there's the first one, the Bat Chat. He's dead. Thank goodness. That was a good good kill there, because that could have caused a lot of trouble. Now, try and support these guys up on the hill again. I apologize for chasing this around, guys. But, yeah, don't have a shot on him. But these guys got to cross a lot of open ground to start doing some damage to everybody that's hidden back in the corner. So that hopefully get some shots in on these guys. Shot on the leopard again, maybe. Let's see. Got a tank you can see. Shoot the tank you can see. Shot out. Kill number 2. We know they're down there somewhere, and nobody's on the hill at this point. So nobody's spotting these guys. They can be coming from anywhere. Almost reloaded. 10 seconds left. There's a bat chat. Taking it from both sides. Bat chat's gone. So, there's good crossfire. Now out there by the 140, who's using that ridge line the best he can. Got this E25. If he decides to just do that, he's going to be dead. That's right. You just take your shot and then back up. There you go. Shot out. Right behind him. Landed right behind him. If it hit him on the turret, he'd be dead. So most of the bad enemy players and bad players on this team have been weeded out. It's down to pretty much just the really good players and artillery left. The E75 took that guy out. That's a shame. Now they're up there by themselves, and they're about to disappear from view range. And that is that for them. So shoot what you can see. Oh, and look who pops up on the map. Got a Death Star in there. Can he be hit? Oh, IS-7 can get hit. Let's see. No, not quite. Not quite. But our team has done a good job taking out these enemy vehicles. They're keeping the score close, though, so just a question of can you get over that ridge line to shoot these people or not? And the answer is no, so hoping that AMX can keep them spotted as they come around the corner. He's on top. Shot out. 600 damage, that's pretty good. That knocks him down to not a whole lot left. But that E75 has got decent health left, and he is now making his way up here. He's got a little less than half his health left. Now you got the Death Star waiting for him. And if he gets spotted in 12 seconds, we can take a shot. There he is. 4 seconds left. Backing up. Can we hit him? Shot out. Dead. All right. Now it's just an artillery piece and the Death Star, and he is now popped up into view. He's not going to live long. He's ready for this game to be over. Not going to get a shot on him. So team managed to pull it out. Just artillery left, all over but the Cryon. We're up to 3,000 damage at this point. We think we know where he is. Let's see what happens. Everybody's moving in. Will we get a shot off? There he is. No. No shot left. So let's put up the post-game stats next. Ended up with 3,082, we think, although there were some blind fire shots there. So let's take a look and see what happened at the end of that game with the score on the door. All right, well, as it turns out, those shots that disappeared did not miss, resulting in a Gore's medal, which you get for an artillery piece that has like 10 times the damage done of its own hit points against the enemy. And it even allowed Kasky here to get some Butthurt from Racerboy, which was one of the people that he killed in this fight. Racerboy wishes Kasky to have dysentery and for his stomach to explode, causing him to die. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed these replays. Don't do artillery replays much, but I thought these were really fun. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will catch you next time.